I guess this is what I do now. I wrestle 2 people at a time, 3 people at a time. Doesn't matter. I'm the All-Atlantic champion. What that means to me is I do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I can challenge whomever I want. Y'all talking about me? You two talking about this? Well, next week, let's do this. So I popped in there, I got the biggest, meanest dinosaur I could find that can actually rip me in half. I put him in the ring. I put maybe one of the best luchadors and high flyers to ever do it. Sprinkled him in there too.
Lo sabemos, lo sabemos. No fue la mejor semana para el Death Triangle. But you know what? It's my turn. This is one of the biggest opportunities of my career.
It doesn't matter how many times you knock down Death Triangle, we keep coming back stronger and better than before. This Wednesday, Orange Cassidy, Luchasaurus, you're gonna be introduced to the Mexican King.
Call me a Lucha King. This is who I am. The new All-Atlantic champion. It's from Mexico. And my name is Rey Fénix.
We are on to bigger and better things, my friend. You see, Luchasaurus has been walking through the opposition left and right. So if anybody deserves a chance at the All-Atlantic Championship, it's my right hand of destruction.
The winner of this match gets an All-Atlantic City dream match. And that's exactly what it sounds like. You can pick whatever type of match against whoever you want in Atlantic City on Rampage.
This Wednesday night, when Fénix wins the 3-way, not only does he become a double champ, but he'll get to pick his dream match in the All-Atlantic City dream match on Rampage.
So I guess I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. This Wednesday on Dynamite, in this triple threat match for the All-Atlantic Championship. See you there.
We are who we think. The way our mind works is affirmation.
If Jon Moxley gets past Pentagon tonight in the main event, at Full Gear, I need him 110%. So you don't go near him, you don't lay a hand on him, hell, you don't even look at him. Or you're fired.
The firm took matters into our own hands. We went out there for an opportunity and we took it. There's no more waiting for the firm. There's no more getting commands from someone else. We got in that ring and we did our business. I dropped that knee across Jon Moxley's spine and I know he's still feeling that whether he wants to admit it or not. He wanted me in the Blackpool Comic Club. Danielson wanted me in it, but you know what? They didn't extend that hand soon enough. So that's why I'm with the firm. He doesn't like it because now I'm rising to success with someone else that ain't him, that ain't Danielson, that ain't Yuta, that ain't Claudio, that ain't Regal, and he can't handle that. This is not something people have been saying. This is the biggest match of my career. Jon Moxley is a 3-time world champion. He is the world champion in professional wrestling. And I am going to beat Jon Moxley.
You are hanging out with the wrong crowd, my friend, and you just made the biggest mistake of your short career. If you want a match with Jon Moxley, you and anybody else in the back, all you had to do was ask. I'll see your ass in Baltimore, and you ain't ever gonna be the same, kid.
I'm done waiting. I'm done sitting at home. I'm done not having matches. I'm done not competing. I'm a professional wrestler. I've been a professional wrestler, and I'm taking my shot now, and I'm gonna beat the world champion. This is the biggest match of my career, and it's gonna be the most painful match of his. You are stepping in the ring with the freshest technician, one of the best young technical wrestlers in the world, not just AEW. And you're gonna find out that this is Tiger Style.
Wait a minute, from behind! Look at this! The Embassy coming in from behind and attacking Wardlow and Samoa Joe, and now just a 4-on-1, a 5-on-1 beatdown!
Today is a very dark day Because you thought you walked out here and you sent a message.
That's the Gates of Agony. That's Brian Cage. And of course, there's that crazy Prince Nana guiding everything. Samoa Joe gets taken down.
Joe's head almost coming off.
Now you meet the real Samoa Joe. And you understand. Nobody walks out alive. War Joe is going to kill you.
The match is official on Dynamite this Wednesday, live on TBS for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Samoa Joe, the champion, defends against Brian Cage of the Embassy.
What's my weakness?
Don't you touch me! Don't you put your hands on me!
You see that? You see what we just did? Darby, we just destroyed you. And the fact is, Bubba, we got our rematch.
You think we enjoy doing that? You think we enjoy acting like animals? We don't. But that right there is how you get things done. Look at what we did. We got our rematch. We got some frustration out, and hey, our good friend was absolutely right. We know exactly what Darby's weakness is. In fact, Sanjay, I think we need to rely on this friend a little bit more, if you know what I mean.
That's right. When you're in trouble, you call your friends. You call your friends for advice, for help, whatever you need. They stand by you, and this friend laid it out all for us. Darby Allin, we know your weakness, and when Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal Part 2 happens, I guarantee you, my best friend in the whole world is gonna beat your ass.
As you can see, Sting hasn't been here in quite some time. I'm gonna tell you a little story why. About a month ago, I went up to Sting and I told him, hey, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with where I'm going. I'm not happy with who I am. I just want to crawl into a hole and disappear from the world. And he says, you can't do that. And I said, why? Why can't I do that? And he told me, because you're Darby Allin, a former TNT champion, the man that convinced me to go out of retirement. You have a lot to offer in this world, and you have a lot to offer to AEW. And I said, if that's the case, then let me prove myself by myself. And fast forward last week, Jay Lethal comes up to me and says, I have an old friend that knows your biggest weakness. Well, Jay, you can tell your old friend I already know my biggest weakness, and my biggest weakness is myself. It's been since day one I was born, I've been dancing on thin ice. I have no safety net, I have no comfort zone. Tell your old friend to come to AEW Dynamite next week and tell me to my face what my biggest weakness is.
This Wednesday night live on Dynamite, it's gonna be Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin Part 2. And let me refresh your memory. Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin Part 1, live from Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, my hometown. Yes, Bubba, you did lose, but I'm gonna tell you this right now, Darby, that was my mistake. I messed up, and this Wednesday night, you messed up because you invited our good friend to come to Dynamite this Wednesday night. You send out the invitation to him. Well, you messed up, Darby, because our friend is coming. Because the dictionary defines a friend as somebody who has a mutual affection with another person. And this friend, he's coming this Wednesday night live on Dynamite, Darby, and he is going to ruin your existence.
Darby Allin, it's all about priorities, my friend. You are prioritizing your mindset to be on somebody who isn't even in the match. Don't worry about our friend. He'll be there. What you need to be worried about, Darby, is stepping into the ring with one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. And in Baltimore, no doubt, my second home. I have won more championships than I can remember in Baltimore, and I've also defended more championships than I can remember in Baltimore. And Darby, I'm not afraid to give the devil his due. You are impressive. You're fearless. You're not afraid of me. Hell, you're not afraid of hurting yourself. So what can I do to you? Well, I can strike a blow where it really hurts. when you take this defeat, Darby, you're gonna have to realize that I am that much better than you. Physically, you're gonna be in a lot of pain, but it's gonna pale in comparison to the emotional damage that I'm gonna do to you. You're gonna find out that you're not as good as you think you are. And when it's all said and done, when our friend has told you face to face what your biggest weakness is, then it's gonna dawn on you, Darby, that you've made the biggest mistake of your life.
Darby, I'm so angry on you. Next Wednesday, I will see you there. You're finished.